Marcos Jr. betrays soldiers with false hopes as he fails to properly fund the 2 trillion peso AFP modernization he promised. In January of 2024, the administration of Ferdinand Marcos Jr. or Bong Bong Marcos or BBM revealed a very ambitious plan for the Horizon 3 of the modernization of the armed forces of the Philippines, or AFP, that's worth a staggering 2 trillion pesos to be spent in the next 10 years. However, subsequent data in the last 2 years shows that the plan in fact has not been properly funded for it to be executed properly. First of all, it doesn't take a genius to figure out that to spend 2 trillion pesos in 10 years, the government will have to spend at minimum around 200 billion pesos per year. But that has not happened. The overall budget for the modernization per year has not even reached at least half of that recently, since the plan was publicly released in the first part of 2024. Then naturally it was finalized and approved the previous year of 2023, and thus its start should have been in 2024 already. And yet in 2024, only 40 billion was allocated in terms of programmed appropriations for the AFP modernization, and this year it even went down to 35 billion. Programmed appropriations are very important because it means sure funding. It means that the Department of Budget and Management, or DBM, is obligated to release that money within the budget year. So all the Department of National Defense, or DND, has to do is wait for it to be released so it can sign the contracts that it had prepared. The Marcos administration also did include unprogrammed appropriations for the AFP modernization, but these are unsure funding. More of a maybe than anything else, since the DBM is not obligated to release it, only if it finds extra money from somewhere. But even with these unprogrammed appropriations, the budget would still be not enough, as it was only 10 billion in 2024 and 40 billion in 2025, so the overall total per year, if we add the programmed and unprogrammed appropriations, was only 50 billion in 2024 and 75 billion in 2025, so again, way below the required 200 billion per year minimum that was needed. In theory, it is still possible for the BBM administration to suddenly splurge hundreds of millions of pesos in the next 3 years to catch up with its expected spending for the AFP modernization, but that is very unlikely since it will also mean taking away money from other areas of the budget like education, infrastructure, etc., and any such huge spending will be opposed by the people, and most especially by the legal fronts and sympathizers of the Communist Party of the Philippines, or CPP, which are now his political allies. Image generated by ChatGPT.